feminists in the West seem more concerned about high heel shoes, which women wear as a choice. We just had our military.
I mean, I'm not concerned about high heel shoes, and I tend not to criticize people on what they're wearing, because I think what we wear is an expression of ourselves, our culture, and a whole variety of factors.
But a burqa is not a choice. It's illegal not to wear one, and all over the Middle East, Sharia law dictates a woman cannot show her body.
I'm not from that culture, so I would rather not tell them what to do right now.
The Tamara is back. There's a part of me that says, oh, I love Hillary. I love Hillary. Oh, yes, we can. Obama. There's like, liberals are sort of like zombies. They repeat what they hear, and they know. Why did they say they'll vote for somebody and know nothing about the candidate? That infuriates me, because they can cancel out my vote.
Why do you actually believe the Washington Free Banana Peel whatever group that did this search on Hillary Clinton?
It's actually true.
No, it's not true. It's a far-right group that took the data and manipulated it to support their position.
By the way, Obama does the same thing and pays less.
Is this where you guys now get your information? Washington Free Beacon or whatever? They're the ones, anything that's reported Hillary Clinton did this, did that. There's absolutely no evidence of this, and it's just not true.
It actually is true.
No, it's not. Washington Free Banana Peel is not a legitimate
organization. The
organization.
Washington Free Beacon, which is a legitimate newspaper. Yes.
Look, there's different ways to look at the data, but the big picture here is women do earn less in America because they choose to. They would rather go to their daughter's piano recital than stay all night at work working on a proposal.
What?
So they end up earning less. They're less ambitious, and I think this is sort of God's way. This is nature's way of saying women should be at home with the kids. They're happier there.
I hope that your viewers do not take you, sir, seriously.
There's a great book you should read. It's called Why Men Earn More, and it's all about women choosing to put family over work, and that's why they earn less.
Having a choice does not mean that you're less ambitious, and your comments are absolutely deplorable. Sean, I would like
less ambitious in the workforce.
I would like you to adjust it. You're a father. You have a daughter.
If you were a real feminist, you would support housewives and see them as the heroes, and women who work wasting their time.
You said that women are less ambitious.
Women are less ambitious.
You have also said that women are better suited in the home.
Yes,
You've also said that, let's see, that women are emotional and women shouldn't run for public office. All of these things that just
I never said women shouldn't run for public office.
Yes, you have. You've said that
before. If we're talking about 50% of the population, generally out of this 250 million people or 150 million people, most women are happier at home. They are pretending that they like working, and they're not making money because they don't stay all night at the office. They don't go the extra mile. They don't work all weekend. You're making a mistake. You would be much happier at home with a husband and children.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I mean, I'm literally shaking.
You just said you're single. You don't have a boyfriend. You're what?
That's
you're celibate?
my choice.
Yeah, look, you're miserable. You would be so much happier with kids around you tonight. Imagine coming home. Mommy's home.
You know what, Gavin? You're not funny. You're not what you do not do anything.
I'm trying to make you happy.
You do not do anything for the better. Sean, this isn't funny.
Feminism has made women miserable. Women were much happier when housewives were glorified.
Guess what? I had a choice to be married, and I chose not to. I have a choice to have kids.
You made a mistake.
We'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
I think that your guest here is doing a disservice to all of the viewers and doing a disservice to America by saying that women, that I need to be married, that I would be happier at home. That you're, what, miserably married? Just because,
no, I'm
just
ecstatic.
having a
I'm
ring
trying to share my joy. You should see my little 2-year-old.
Not everybody has the same life pattern as you, okay?
I know, it's the fall.
And not everybody wants to marry somebody in a bootleg seersucker suit and go home to that. I don't want to go home to that.
You don't have to go home to me. Go home to a hunk.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus. This is absolutely disgusting. And, Sean, you should actually speak up for the viewers today and let them know that...
Gavin, something tells me you're not for this.
I'm all for it.
Oh, really?
They should have to do... They want equality for everything fun. They want to be equal in movies and desserts and parties. How about you're equal in sanitation? How about you have to go down into the sewers and remove rat kings from blocked pipes? How about you go to war and die?
I have a thought experiment here.
Okay.
Imagine if you don't think, thank you, Gavin, for getting ready for this. If you don't think biology matters, what if this were the reverse? That for the last couple of thousand years, only women fought the wars, and then suddenly in the 21st century we go, you know what? We should let men get involved in the wars, and it's a gender with 50% more muscle mass and a ton more testosterone. So all of a sudden, women are like, whoa, this is weird. This is exactly what's happening in the MMA. If a male fighter has a sex change and fights, the female fighters are like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because it's unfair. Now they're talking about maybe we have to adjust the hormone levels so women and men can fight equally. So that's an interesting way to look at it that perhaps makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, in your experiment, if we're going to do that, we'll have to talk to President Hitler, because if women were soldiers for the past 100 years, we would have lost World War II.
We probably wouldn't have been embroiled in half as many wars, which is another good point. Women are not naturally war makers, as are many men.
What about pagan days? All you guys were doing was sacrificing babies and virgins.
But,
you were horrible with
sneaky tactics. But just because women are drafted also doesn't necessarily mean they're going to the front lines in combat. As you know, as Joe pointed out, like there's millions of different roles they can serve in the military. It doesn't mean they have to be combat officers.
They can be cheerleaders for the soldiers. The soldiers.
There's looking after soldiers' kids, keeping the home nice.
But then men could be cheerleaders too, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
You need someone at the bottom of the pyramid.
Exactly. They need those guys at the bottom. I don't even know what that means. I think it's great. I think that, you know what it is? It's like you said, feminists want total equality. This is total equality.
Yeah. Sucks. By every metric, men have it worse off. We're more likely to get raped if you include prison. We're more likely to be assaulted. We're more likely to die. We're more likely to commit suicide.
And
so
you're not
if you want to come over to our side of it, then get ready for some rough times.
I will dispute the rape part, but I will say that industrial accidents, true. People who build bridges generally are men, and they often fall off them. I get that. You know, that happens. And war, that happens. So I guess, you know, total equality means there'll be more industrial accidents. More casual.
Right, because you're not as smart or as good looking as women as a whole.
Yeah.
We are smarter and dumber than women.
Yes, that's true.
Is much wider. We have a wide variety. You guys are more sort of like a little bit dumb, a little bit smart. We're total morons and geniuses.
We have
a huge spectrum.
Yeah.
I like us. We're very underrated as men.
Yes. Well.